Hey guys, it's Beth. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm sharing with you the contents and what I made from the past flavor of the month kit that I used up for my Use It Up 2020 challenge for the month of March. And I talked a little bit about it in my Use It Up 2020 challenge video, but wanted to save the detailed contents of the kit and more details on what I made for this video. So this is a Scrapping for Less flavor of the month card kit, and it was from April, I don't know which year, 2017 or 18. And it's just got some cardstock pieces, and then there are 4 collections, and they are all spring themed. Oh, and there's some extra oh, it's an embossed, that's the word I'm looking for, embossed cardstock, so great for a card mat. I don't know if that's showing up, but so like I said, it's spring themed, so I decided to go ahead and pull this one out and finish using it. I have started using it last year, I think. I started using one of the collections, and so I figured I'd pull it out and try and finish it up. But it's great spring themed papers and embellishments and stamps. And I apologize for the crinkling. So this collection has some sequins, and there's some wood embellishments here, like butterflies and a leaf. And then there's the Sunny Studio stamp set called Spring Greetings with the bunny and the spring greetings sentiment and the little tulip flower. Some word label stickers, and then there's another wood embellishment, and then some pattern paper here, single-sided, looks like it's lawn fawn. Yep, Perfectly Plaid Spring by Lawn Fawn. So that is one collection. The next collection has some yellow polka dot washi, some more sequins, and there's some flowers in there. Those are really pretty. A house mouse rubber stamp called Happy Hoppers. It's my first house mouse stamp. Here's some Doodles cardstock stickers, and they say thinking of you. For some reason it's really cloudy outside, so I have extra lighting in here, and I'm not sure if that's coming across at all, but this is just some, this one is double-sided paper. Oh, this is Vintage Bliss by Simple Stories. Sorry, I was trying to reference the sheet that I had downloaded. Just got some mini bingo cards and stripes, wood grain, butterflies. So very pretty. So that's the paper with that collection. And again, they all come with an envelope. So this third collection has Tiny Towny Garden Girl Daffodil from Stamping Bella. It's a rubber mount stamp. Some fun, like swirly sequins, some twine. And then here are some cardstock pieces with some foiled dots on them. An envelope, and then this is Bundles of Blossoms by My Favorite Things. So single-sided, just floral prints. It's fun, fun. And then the last collection is Spring Market by Echo Park. Oops. And so it's double-sided paper, and there's cut-aparts and some other patterns. You can see I've gotten into this one already. And look at these doilies, these cute little green doilies. Some sequins that coordinate perfectly with that paper, some little pink clothespins, and then this is a Pink and Main stamp set, and it's called Rain Frogs. It's got the little frog with an umbrella and rain boots and some raindrops, and it says, "To enjoy the rainbow, we must endure the rain." And so far, I've made one card. Actually, I think I made two, and I think I gave one away already, but so I do have one card in here already. Okay, so here is what I got out of this Flavor of the Month kit. It was very pretty and very springy, and I really had a lot of fun. So this was stuck. There were two collections that I kind of used, I kind of combined pieces from, and I believe it was collections number 1 and 4. So the Spring Market by Echo Park was this one. And here is, I actually used some of my scraps to make a scrapbook page. Was just wanting to do something a little bit different instead of just making cards. And then there were a couple of the little cut-aparts that I thought would be better as they didn't really fit a card. You know, it was more of a scrapbook type page embellishment in my mind. And there was a 6x6 piece that was like a little market window or a market front, and I didn't want to cut it down. So I decided to use that as a frame for one of my pictures, and then just group together some of the embellishments here, like Plant Smiles, Grow Laughter, Harvest Love was cut apart from one of the pages. And then the collection number 4, which was Vintage Bliss by Simple Stories, had some little bingo card cut aparts. And so there was one that was green and it says Bloom, and the color green kind of coordinated, so I just pulled that one in here. And then here are some strips that I just cut and then added parts at the top and parts at the bottom of my photo grouping here. And then I did pull in some stickers from my stash to do my title of Bountiful. And then down here I just added a couple of punched flowers from one of the scraps of paper from the stash. So wishing I had this bountiful garden right now. And then here were some of the cards I did. This is one that I had done before. And then this is one I kind of used the rain boot paper and then kind of layered up one of those cut aparts and then used one of the stamps of the rain boots and kind of colored them in. Here's one where I was just using up some of the scraps. And then this one is beautiful. The detailing, I decided to kind of leave that on the card and then just added my embellishments down here at the bottom. Used the scrap strip to go across the center here. This is one of the green doilies that came in the kit, and then just another scallop circle punch and then some punched flowers. And then I kind of started crossing over between collection number 4 and collection number 1 here. This is a combination of papers from the collections, and then used the Thinking of You stickers that came in the kit. Here's some just punched flowers and some centers. The beautiful daffodil girl that I colored and added. Here just grouped a couple of the scraps together, added one of the bingo card cut aparts. I had one flower left at this point, so I just cut it in half and added it as like a little scallop detail at the top, and then used another one of the Thinking of You stickers as my sentiment. Same concept with the bingo card and the Thinking of You, just used different papers. This one I added my sentiment here in the center and then added some little punched butterflies out of scraps down at the bottom. This one I used that wood grain paper as my card mat, and then the thinking of you, and then pulled in some of the really pretty sequins, like the flower, and even these kind of have like a little flower edge to them, and then the cute little girl. Then here just grouped a couple of the bingo cards together, and that is kind of my sentiment, the happy hello. So that pretty much, oh, and then here I did some 3x3 Post-it pad covers with papers from these collections too. I used a doily as kind of my mat on this one, and then one of the little cut-aparts that says live in the moment. And then this one, I just grouped a scrap behind, or added a scrap of the floral paper behind it with a fishtail. And then this one says, when you love what you have everything you need. And that was a cut apart from, the cut aparts were from collection number 1. So that took care of collections number 1 and 4. So then collection number 2 was Perfectly Plaid by Lawn Fawn, a Perfectly Plaid Spring by Lawn Fawn. So here I took the bunny stamps and the tulip, and then added my kind of the pink plaid or the spring plaid paper on the background, and then used the yellow plaid kind of as my focal point background for my bunnies, and then used 2 of the pink label stickers and just says hello spring. And then this is actually an Echo Park bow that it was on a paper clip, and took it off the paper clip, and the colors coordinated perfectly here, so I decided to add it to this card because I've been trying to use those up as well. And then this one used the yellow plaid and then a couple of the multicolored plaid strips, and then I have a stitch circle die cut, and then just added a little flower die cut, circle die cut from my stash. Just wanted like some kind of fun focal point on here, and then used one of the pink label words that says thanks. This is another one where I did the same thing with the multicolored plaid, and this one, it was one sticker that says hello spring, and then I used a dot bow on this one. And here I used the house mouse stamp. Just colored it up, grouped 2 of the patterned plaid, or the pattern papers behind it, backed it on a light blue, and then just added a little simple sentiment sticker at the top that says hi. And then on this one, I actually used one of the sketches that they included in the kit, and it's Operation Right Home sketch number 218. And then just added my stamp here, and then a strip of the yellow plaid, and then used the Treat Yourself label sticker. And then here's another one that I did using that same sketch, and I just used the frog with the umbrella stamp set, and also used the sentiment from that stamp set that says, to enjoy the rainbow, we must endure the rain. And then here, again, I used the frog stamp set again. This time I just took 2 of the plaid, multicolored plaid strips, covered it with a piece of the yellow plaid that I had left, and then added my frog there, and then my sentiment, and then I had 1 bow left from the Echo Park set of bows. And since it was green and yellow, I really wanted to use it with that plaid, so kind of worked out. So that was collection number 2. And then collection number 3 was Bundles of Blossoms by My Favorite Things. And I got a ton of cards out of this one because it had the different colored floral patterns, as well as several of these shiny circle cardstock pieces as well. So we'll kind of go through these. I don't think it matters what order, but here I used the green kind of shiny circle cardstock, put some of the pink down here just to kind of anchor my girl, and then
colored out my little daffodil girl, and I know daffodils are yellow, but I wanted to color her other colors too. So I colored her in kind of like a pink and red on this one, and then just used the different shades of pink. Fun little swirly circle sequins that came in the kit. On these two, I actually used all the scraps of the floral paper, not all the scraps, but I saw this sketch when I was looking through my sketches. It's Operation Right Home. I swear it says B10, which is a different kind of number for them. But, you know, it has all these strips. And when I saw this and I knew the colors in the kit, I thought it'd be really cool to do like a rainbow pattern with the stripes. So that's kind of what I was trying to do. Like, I know there's not every color in the rainbow here, but I just kind of went in rainbow order and then added the pink kind of down here as my purplish. So I had that done. I did that kind of in the very beginning, and then it took me a while to figure out what I wanted to add on here. So I pulled out an older stamp set from Scrapping for Less from another past kit, and just used the flower and kind of the dandelion puff here, and colored it up in the yellows and the orange, and then just added some twine from my stash, and the Hello sentiment also came from that same stamp set. So I don't know why you would ever give someone a bouquet of, you know, a pretty flower and a dandelion puff, but you never know. I know I've gotten bouquets like that from my kits before, but anyway, it worked. It filled the space and helped me get past this one. Because I did this particular collection last, and I think I had hit a wall on like card making. I had made so many cards this month, and I think once I got to this point, I was just kind of out of ideas and card energy. So I was, you know, kind of I love the cards I got because I love the paper, but it just took me a long time to get through this last collection. So here I did some more of the scraps, just kind of put them in a color block type pattern, and then used that same, I had stamped up several of these flowers and just kind of used another one on there. Here I used the floral patterns kind of as my card mat. And so did the same thing I had done here, where I just used another strip of the floral paper as kind of my anchor with my sentiment, colored my girl, scattered some of those fun little swirl sequins around, and then layered up some punched flowers at the top. So very bright and cheery. Same thing here, just in yellows and oranges. And I think that was the last one of those, yeah. So the rest of these are just very simple, was just trying to use up the paper. So I took one of the floral patterns as my card mat, took another one of the strip scraps that I had left to go across the top here, added a sentiment, and then just used some punched flowers from my stash to decorate up the bottom. So they're all very springy and cheery, just kind of simple cards. This one I love, the pink and green combination. Same here, love the pops of the color. So then I had these are the last two cards I did, and I had two of these, you know, the shiny circle cardstock pieces left, and I really wanted to use them, but I was just totally out of ideas at this point. So I decided to go through, and I was pretty much out of other scraps of paper too. So I decided to go through my Project Life card stash, this little stash that I do have, and I found some that kind of worked with the colors, and so I decided to just go very simple on these last two. Used the Project Life card as my focal point, and then just added like some other details with the sequins and some flowers down here at the bottom. So this journal card says, when you love what you have everything you need. And then on this one, I just did the journal card which says, you are an amazing person. And then it took some of the purple little swirly sequins and added them onto the journal card just to add something else. So I got tons of cards from this kit, as well as, you know, the scrapbook page and the Post-it note pads. This really was a fun kit to work with at this time, just because it was very springy and cheerful, and it's definitely what I needed, because I started it at the beginning of March when it was just kind of blah outside. I mean, it's still starting to get a little more color outside, and the weather's starting to warm up. Just wish it would stop raining. But anyway, this was a beautiful kit, and I loved working with it. I regret that I saved this to the end of the month to do, when I was just kind of like tired and out of like card mojo, I think, at that point. So, but it all worked out. I still love the cards, and I loved playing with this kit. So if you have any questions on anything, please let me know. And if this sparks your interest in Scrapping for Less, I will include the link to their subscription page down in their subscription page down in the description box below. And this was a kit from 2018, I think, so I doubt that it is still available, but they do have some other past kits that are available for purchase, and you can sign up to subscribe for future kits. So thank you guys so much for your time today. I hope you enjoyed this Kill a Kit type video, and I hope you guys are all having a crafty time at home. Talk to you later.